Not gonna have to worry about it. We'll put these motherfucking contacts in and see how it fucking goes. Not feeling great, but since when have I felt great? Well, I felt pretty great when I was in New York. It's fuck. Fuck. I hate it here. So, greetings, compatriots. Ooh, shit. I can't be seeing my titties like that. I got another batch of contacts. These were on super sale for what? I spent $20 and I got 4 pairs of contacts. What is 20 divided by 4? $5? $5 each? Making my way downtown. Walking slow. Patient slow. I wish I was homebound. What the fuck? On my GPS, I changed the label for my house to hell. Makes me feel a little bit better. It's good to know where you stand. But I want to try these contacts on. They're very pretty. They look like my werewolf contacts, but they're a little bit more ethereal. I should probably go get them so you can compare. But I'm not going to do all that shit. Yeah, these are a bit more, a lot. These make me look strange. Hold up. So it's not a crazy difference. I mean, no, they're very different. The pupil sizes are different, which makes them very different. I think if the pupil sizes were the same, then it wouldn't feel as odd. They would look closer to each other because, like, they're the same genre. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're going for like the same kind of allure, werewolfy. But these are like deranged. These feel like I'm lost in the motherfucking sauce. Like, this might be what I'm looking like when, you know, I'm like mid transformation. Like, I'm still mostly a person, but you know, I could eat it harder too. This is like full blood moon. Like, I'm fucking up the whole town. I kind of like these more because they look more realistic. This is wild. Let me put these other ones in. Yeah, they don't look nearly as wild when there's like a contrast. They're still pretty dramatic. I don't know if I'll be wearing these super duper often because I'll scare the townsfolk, but I probably still will. Who the fuck cares about the townsfolk? Since when do I give a shit about the townsfolk? I want to do a video. Alex will be pleased. So I'm gonna finish this one and do a new one. But I wanted to let Homestead and Fishing, Jay, my shroom groom, the Homestead homie, my hair. This is what I meant by, like, I feel like you would like it because it's very, I mean, okay, so I'm going to the Ateez concert. I fucking love Ateez. And I've always been like a super Monsta X fan. I love Monsta X. Still my baby. But like, everybody's in the military. Well, everybody that's like, that does stuff is in the military. Shonu and Jinkyun are out. But like, Jinkyun's going to go in. But like, they're like the chillest niggas in the group. And so they don't really be doing stuff. They appear on shows, but like, they're not doing stuff. And so I've really gotten into Ateez recently. And I've got by seonghwa. And I've always liked the group, like, since Pirate King, like, since fucking Fellas. I've always liked them, but man, I have a issue with standing the visual in groups. The visual is the member that's the prettiest. They're there to be pretty and to fuck people up. And over time, it's become more of a group wide kind of thing, where like everyone has like their visual charms. But it used to be a thing where it's like, we got one visual, we got two visuals, we got like three niggas in the group that are like real fucking pretty, and that's what they do, and no one else is pretty. But they've kind of changed that up a little bit and diversified. And so Seonghwa is definitely considered the visual in the group. He's definitely really pretty, and I have a hard time standing. This might be a lot. Maybe this is a conversation for later, because it's very much tied up in my self-esteem and feeling worthy. It's fucking weird. Feeling worthy of standing someone that is attractive. I feel like I'm too fucking ugly to like someone that's pretty. That's wild. What the fuck? And also, like, I'm not ugly, but I am. I think I might need to think about that and get back to y'all explaining that. But I fucking love Seonghwa, and I've liked him always. But then I was like, well, I can't like him because he's so pretty, and why the fuck? He there must be something wrong with him. There must be, like, I have to like convince myself like that this is a terrible person, and so that's why I don't like him, or that's why he's not my favorite, is because he doesn't have a whole lot going on, or like he's, kind of a dick, but he's not. He's like he's a wonderful person. Like, he's just generally like, it's like Wano. Like, I've always fucking loved Wano. I've always loved him. And like, it took me a really long time to like be okay with liking a pretty person. That shit is rough. That's really hard. And I don't know what exactly it is that like so decisively, so almost disastrously, obsessively makes me feel horrible about liking a person that's pretty. It distresses the fuck out of me. It distresses me a lot. It makes me feel horrible. And there's a lot I don't know how to process with that and get the fuck over. But Wonho definitely helps me to be okay with being soft, because I am often compared to him because a nigga is soft. And I found that like in being soft and being like just nice and generally just a good person, like I feel more me. I feel like, oh yeah, no, I can be soft. I don't always have to be a fucking asshole. I don't always have to be cynical as fuck. I can be soft. That's okay. And with Seonghwa, I feel like liking him has helped me to reconcile myself with my femininity a little bit. Like, I can look like a girl. That's okay. Like, I don't know if y'all have like noticed over the past like couple years, like I've done more girl shit. And part of it is the weight gain. I have a hard time, like when I'm in higher weights, I feel like I have to dress feminine because that's where I'm most comfortable, like, because I've been doing that my whole fucking life. But that isn't necessarily like what I'm most comfortable in. It's the thing that I'm most comfortable doing because I'm good at it and I'm a perfectionist, and so I don't want to have to learn something new and have to like integrate these new skills of like understanding how clothes fit on my body like in a more androgynous way. And so it's kind of just born of laziness and perfectionism and like self-hate, where I feel like I have to, when I'm at a higher weight, dress feminine because that is the only thing I can do. That's the only way I can be attractive. But I think in liking Seonghwa, I've felt more comfortable in the feminine clothes and like less like, I'm wearing this because I'm ugly. I'm not wearing it because I'm ugly. I'm wearing it because I look good in it. And like, I'm good at doing it. And so why not, do what I'm good at? I can also, incorporate more androgynous things into my repertoire, into my wardrobe. But I think in building up my confidence to do that, wearing feminine clothes is really helpful because it gets me the momentum I need to feel like, oh, I can explore stuff. I can do different things. And so Seonghwa has done that for me because he's a androgynous motherfucker. And wow, I really like him. He's really fucking nice and he's really calm. And I'll talk about that too in my bias video, I guess. I'll talk about biases and like how it relates to me and my personality and stuff. I tend to gravitate towards what my husband Dig calls the boring ones. And I don't think they're boring. I feel like he's a boring one. And so like I don't understand like why he can't see that like they're not boring, they're calm. And being calm and being, I don't know, a source of peace is really fucking important to me. It's really important to me, and so I gravitate towards people that are boring. But yeah, I definitely just watch him build fucking Legos. for hours. It's really, it's a nice experience. And he's just really sweet. Holy goddamn shit. Damn, my hair. My hair is it was inspired by Ateez because they don't have official colors. A lot of groups have come up with their official colors by now. I mean, it's been years, but they don't have official colors listed. And so I figured I would do something that kind of evokes the feeling for me. That makes me think of Ateez. Like that makes me feel like that's them. And I felt like sunset. Pretty ass motherfucking sunset. I really like these, the gold and orange and red and pink. And I was stressing, y'all. I was stressing the fuck out. I did a lot of work, y'all. This took me a long time to do because I used a different technique than I've used in the past because I have hair that's pre-stretched. And what pre-stretched hair is, like say you have, whenever I do my hair, I typically get unstretched hair. And so that's just hair that's like straight down and then chopped at the bottom. The whole length of the hair, it has the same like volume throughout. For pre-stretched hair, they take that hair that's like all the same volume and they stretch it out. And they pull and pull and pull. And you end up like losing a lot of hair doing that. But it has a more natural looking effect. And so it's like regular hair. The volume throughout is not all the same. It starts thicker at the top and then gets thinner as you get to the bottom, which is why the bottoms of this look so thin. The way that I do my hair, I don't add in hair as I go. And so that makes it really difficult to have like the effect that I want because I have to use a whole bunch of hair at the top to make sure that I'm accommodating for my own hair in the braid. And it gets real thin towards the bottom too quickly. And so I have to add in hair. And so that's the new technique that I use is as I'm going, I add in hair. And that's why the braids are so long, but they are the way that I like them to look, where they're thick at the top and they're pretty thick all throughout until like you get like pretty much like here, like maybe 2/3 the way through. Yeah, so that took a while because you have to stop and pick up hair and put it in. But it's definitely worth it. It looks really natural. It looks really nice. And I really like it. And I'll put up a picture because I can't stand up and show y'all how long it is. It's down to like the backs of my knees. It's really long. Because, you know, your boy's naked. This is my natural state of being. I don't like wearing fucking clothes. And so I'll show you a picture of my community tab. But yeah, I am going to try my hand at this video. I feel like Alex, you're going to enjoy it. Who else? Brady, I think you're going to enjoy it. Homestead homie, Jay, you're going to enjoy it. So let me just go ahead and do it. Samuel, yeah, I think you'll like it too. Because I'm going to do a poem. I'm going to try to do a poem. We'll see. I don't want to like marry myself to it, but I'm going to try to do it. Okay.